Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to American Defender. So today is going to be a real quick video. We're going to take a quick look at some ammunition that I bought for the SK-19 here. We're going to chrony it real quick, and I'm going to group it down there. I haven't really shot much of this. I've shot one round of this ammo just to see if it would shoot, and it did. All right, so now we're going to do our testing. This is my preliminary testing with it. Today what we're going to shoot out of the SK-19 is not a slug, and it's not a pellet. We're going to be shooting actual bullets. These are Hunter Supply 49 grain, 25 caliber bullets. So this is what we would use to actually reload a 25 ACP. So we're using the actual bullet now. Okay, and here they are. See, we've got a little loop groove on there and everything. They're a flat nose. We're going to try these out. Now, so far to date, our best FPE that we've got, our foot-pounds of energy out of this, was around 110, 111. Okay, with a 40 grain slug. These are advertised 9 grains heavier. And as usual, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to pull 5 randomly out of the box. I've got my scale here. And we're just going to weigh 5 randomly. We'll probably do 5 shots and then do our average like we normally do on 5 shots and do a 5-shot grouping with them and see how they do out of the SK-19. So let's go ahead and turn on my scale here. And I do have the chrony sitting up in front of me here. It's on its tripod. Okay, so I'm going to weigh the bullets, and then I'm going to shoot these exact bullets so we know what weights we have. Okay, so here's bullet number 1, and it weighs 53.2, and that's like 53.25, so it's going between 2 and 3. We'll call it a 53.2. All right. Second bullet. 53.5, 53.5. Third bullet, 54. This one is a 54 grain. Okay. This is fourth bullet. This one's teetering too between 54.4 and 54.5, but it's looking like now that it leveled out at 54.4. So it's almost 54.5, but it's saying 54.4 now. So that's a 54 grain bullet right there, 54.4. Okay. And then one more here. .3. So these things are anywhere between 53 and say 54.5 roughly. Okay, grains. We're way heavier. Okay, and for caliber right now, we are incredibly heavy. This box, I bought these from Air Gun Depot. It was there's 100 of them in a box. They're $15 for 100. So we're going to go ahead and load these 5, and I'll probably load them in order from heaviest to lightest. Okay. Just to kind of keep, as our power in our gun is reducing, it doesn't have that heavy load there. All right. We'll definitely see how they do. I gotta reach up here. Turn on my ballistic chrony. Okay. That's not straight. Okay, that'll work. All right, so let's go ahead and see how they load. They will load. They load tightly. Okay, they load very tight in the magazine. They feel good going in. They feel really good. They feel like they're made for it. they're not even close to hanging out either. So we could actually probably get away with the actual 50 grain or 52 grainers. But this chronograph will tell us too what our limit is. All right, so those 5 are in. I'm going to advance it around. Okay. We are full on our air. I just filled it up to 250 bar. Got my chronograph here. I got to make sure it's, put that on safe there since we're loaded. I'm not liking how the chronograph is sitting. I want it straight because I don't want to have an error. I'm going to try to do my best to where we don't have an error. Okay. We'll see how that works. There we go. All right. I do have a 10-meter target downrange. And we are going to try to group these as well. There we go. Okay, we good? Okay. There we go. It didn't read that one. It did not read it. Let me pull this a little closer. This is exactly what I was trying to avoid. There we go. So that should read that. Let's see what that does. Sometimes this chrony can be very picky. 934 feet per second. 932. My target is all sorts of messed up down there right now. Let me go down there and repair that. Put that on safe, set that down. I'm going to run down there and repair it real quick. I'm going to pause the video and then come back. Okay. I'm got it all straightened up down there. Let's continue on here. Reach up here. Move this chronograph a little bit. I want it to straighten out. I can tell you the grouping I'm seeing down there right now does not look terrible. We had one flyer there in the beginning, but okay, so our last shot was 932 feet per second. Duplicate of 932. Another duplicate of 932. Okay, and we are empty. So, 3 932s. I'm going to go ahead and put one more round in since we got a missed shot on that first one. We're going to see how this chrony's right here. $938 was that last one. I was hoping for 900. Actually, I was hoping for about 800 feet per second because a buddy of mine, his FX Maverick will shoot these. And he says they're getting about 800 feet per second. So we're getting 938, 932, towards getting close to that 950 feet per second. Let me go down here real quick. I'll grab the target. I know there's going to be people like, oh yeah, he could just call numbers. Let me grab the chrony here. I know most of you out there know that I'm not trying to josh you, but there's some folks out there. Whoop. There you go. Right there, 982. So, all right, I'm gonna run down there. My power pack for my lights just fell to the ground. The batteries went everywhere. I'm gonna turn this off since we're done with it, and set it up over here. There we go. I'm gonna go grab the target. Be right back. Okay, so I was able to recover some pieces of those bullets. Here's one. After it went through the target, and it went through my pellet trap, and then hit the 1/8 inch plate on the back there. So there's one. And here's another here, I believe. And this one, if you look at it, it's just absolutely smushed. You can see where, as it was going through the target, there's a angled portion in my pellet trap. And you can see where it hit it right here. And if you look at the back, I forget exactly what they call the back half of the bullet, but I'll just call it the back. But you can see you can kind of see the angle of it there. So lots of force, and I'll do the calculations here, but how's the accuracy on this? Now, the last group we shot, I believe, was this one. Right there. Okay, that was with 40 grains. Okay, that was with the 40 grain Griffins. I believe that's it. And the information for that is on the back of here. Well, this is our group now. We had a couple flyers, but for the most part, that's pretty dadgum good if you ask me. Especially if you get looking at these three right here. These are our flyers. And so you've got these guys right here. And they're all right there in the bowl. All right, they're all right there. That would be a pass. For me, that's a pass on accuracy. Okay, at 12 yards, that's a pass. Looking at this from the prospect of hunting. Okay. If that was a mouse head, if that was a rat's head, a squirrel head, something that size, that's definitely going to put some pain on that squirrel. So I will go through and I will write these numbers down. This SK-19 never ceases to amaze me. And, you know, I'm having a lot of fun with this. I will be doing another review here soon. Not on these bullets, but on another air gun. I want to announce this. Where is it? It was in here. Here it is. I'll be doing a review soon on the old SIG MCX CO2 pellet rifle. But as far as these, I just kind of want to mention that. As far as these Hunter Supply bullets, okay, that's what these are, the Hunter Supply. You can see right here where it says the cast bullets right on it there. Out of the SK-19, they're terrific. Okay, I will call these terrific. They seem to be very stable. They seem to be the right size. I didn't even have to size them. I just right out of the box into the gun, and they work great. They're also not lubed. They don't have graphite on them. It's like they were made for this SK-19, especially running at 190 bar, because we're still sitting at 190 bar. If you were running 150 bar, you could still use these. All right, they'll probably come on down into the 600-700, maybe even hit the 800 foot per second mark with them. But you know, for $14, this is really You know, this is really awesome. And for a gun, like if you were going to push this into a roll for like survival, okay, the box is a little hard to close. If you were going to push these into like a survival mode for hunting, and let's say you're at this kind of a distance, 12, 15 yards, 10 yards, and I'm not suggesting that anybody go out and do this, but if you were, I think, and we'll see what the numbers have to say, but I think you could take a deer with this thing, ethically. I think you could do it. With a headshot, I think you could do it. You know, 49 grains, this is a 25 ACP bullet, and we're getting more speed out of it than a 25 ACP actually gets. So that is very interesting. So for like food collecting, you know, end of times, for ammo shortages, for stuff like that, where you've got to go hunt, you've got to feed your family, you've got to defend your family, you know. This SK-19, without trying to start stuff, is probably the actual most powerful full auto air gun in the world. So with that, I'm going to get out of here. I will post all of the information up at the end of the video like I did on the last one. And I hope you guys enjoyed this content. I had a blast with it. As soon as I can get to the range, I will take these out there with me. I got to get my tank filled up, and we'll see how they run in full auto. We took, what, 6 shots? And in those 6 shots, again, we only used 50 bar worth of air. So I can still go another 50 bar safely. That's from my comfort level. So we'll get about 12 shots where we're sitting with 49 grains of lead, which is, for hunting purposes, pretty dadgum good. Okay, that is pretty good. I have got to say, when Wilson designed this gun, he had designed one hell of a beast. I now understand why the SK-19 is, you know, a $2,000 gun, because you're getting so much here, so much. It's worth it. It's definitely worth it. If you were to ever buy just one air gun that could do everything, it's the SK-19. So, with that, take a kid fishing, take a kid shooting. I'll see y'all on the flip, and God bless you, and have a nice day. Bye now.